y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Empezamos directito de los que nos molan, de Honkai Star Rail. Y qué puedo deciros, gente, estoy flipando porque esta versión, yo lo siento, pero se viene algo bestia. Antes que los héroes mueran tiempo, llévame flotando a través de los años. Vale, lo primero que tenemos que entender en este momento es que se viene una parte, yo creo que importante. Yo creo que se viene o el cierre de Amphoreus, o ya es que no sé cuánto lo van a alargar, pero está bastante guay. Vamos a ver el resumen de la historia y vamos ahí.
I reunited with Don Hung and unexpectedly made contact with Screwlam.
Que habla de lo de que pasó con Tornilum. Les advirtió de que Amphoreus en realidad era un campo de experimentación de la erudición y que estaba cayendo rápidamente en la vía de la destrucción. Un devastador pronto completaría su evolución en Amphoreus. Para enfrentar la crisis juntos, me quedé en Amphoreus como informante mientras Dan Heng regresaba al expreso, según lo planeado para buscar ayuda. Además, Tornilum nos informó de que 7 de marzo también se había visto arrastrada a Amphoreus con anterioridad. Sin embargo, la prioridad actual era la nueva era, o la era nova. Llegué rápidamente al vórtice de la creación y me reuní con Fainón. Se suponía que el ritual de la era nova debía proceder sin problemas bajo la guía de Libus, pero la aparición del roballamas una vez más dejó el destino del mundo pendiendo de un hilo.
Revealing the truth about Fainón, the Flame Reaver, and Amphoreus. It turned out that all of us were trapped in the eternal recurrences created by Fainón and Cyrene. And the Flame Reaver was Fainón himself, who had burned out after bearing countless core flames. Their goal was simple: to oppose the Eon and rewrite the world's doomed fate of destruction. The eternal.
Las recurrencias eternas ya se habían repetido 33.550.000 veces. En ese último ciclo le prometí a Fainón tomar el título de Salvador y salvar el mundo en su lugar, mientras él cumplía los deseos de las invulnerables versiones de sí mismo: rasgar el cielo y enfrentarse directamente a la destrucción. Así, con la ayuda de Fainón, el tiempo de Amphoreus se reinició una vez más, pero me perdí en la corriente caótica del tiempo. En el momento crítico, Mem, que había recuperado todos sus recuerdos, se sacrificó para enviarme al principio del tiempo. Vamos a ir ahora, se viene la historia, se viene lo bueno, gente. Lo que os digo, esto va a ser una auténtica locura y aquí tenemos para empezar, pero primero vamos a centrarnos en algunas cositas importantes. Y ya sabéis que estamos aquí obviamente para darlo todo en el directo. Y lo primero de todo, tenemos para recoger las recompensitas buenas del presente del cometa. Tenemos nuevas cositas, tenemos la misión Trazacaminos, que es esta pasada que veis aquí, de antes de que los héroes mueran, con los dos nuevos personajes que veremos en esta versión. Esa Focalor mola mucho. Tenemos un nuevo evento, el del gran restaurante de las flores doradas, que ya lo terminaremos luego. Tenemos también en este caso, como sabéis, lo de los nuevos destellos, la demostración de personaje de Hisilens. Y bueno, ¿qué puedo decir? Cositas nuevas, actualizaciones chulas de todos los modos. Pero lo que nos interesa, obviamente, es lo que os digo, es la historia que vamos a ver ahora. Así que venimos por aquí y vamos al lío.
Hello.
Aquí está Siren. ¿Ha llegado el momento?
Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded.
¿Eres Siren o Mem? Vamos a hacerle la pregunta que todos queremos hacerle.
Maybe I'm both? Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter.
Vale.
It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together.
Vale.
But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left.
Vaya, solo quedan fragmentos.
I can't remember what
Mañana toca
happened in
directo de
those
Denshin,
30 million
acordaros.
cycles, but I remember what you did for this world. Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove?
No. No, no elegí esa opción.
You didn't? In that case, just treat it as my own wish then. There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce.
Vale.
With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Fainón. The descent of Iron Tomb may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything. Cilicia is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently swaying on the swing, like she's waiting for someone.
Vale. ¿A quién está esperando?
I don't know. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an observer. But that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. The only things I remember are the days I spent with you. Amphoreus will fall into an ending of destruction after the next era nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero's supposed to foil the villain's plot, right?
Vale. Ligus era el culpable de todo.
That's right. He's the mastermind who's trying to control everything. How unforgivable. But I still feel a bit anxious. Ligus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation is under his control. Maybe he still has an ace up his sleeve. Think about it. Even the name Lycurgus is a fake one. We have no idea who or what he really is. Which means it's probably time to borrow that treasure you're carrying, friend.
A ver. Que se me acaba la batería del mando, tío. Dice: desearé que el estelarón destruya a Ligus. Y ya está. Sé que no va a funcionar, pero por decir la burrada más grande. ¡Yey! ¡Bienvenido, crack! ¿Cómo va? Aquí estamos, que hoy toca Honkai, va. ¡Let's go! El ancla cronocognitiva.
Didn't that Intellitron friend say, when required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and external world? ID Ciliciae is a little village enclosed by time. We might be able to contact the outside world from here.
Vale.
Why don't we give it a try?
Bueno, pues vamos a intentarlo.
We need to find a well-hidden spot.
Vale. A ver, tenemos que buscar un lugar para contactar, ¿no?, con el genio. Este es un buen lugar, vamos allá.
It's super quiet here. So back in Cyrene's memories,
vale,
this room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, or trying to speak with the gods in secret. But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but humans from other worlds. Real people.
Vale.
I'm prepared to witness that.
Sí, ella está lista para todo, chicos, ya lo digo.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to Mem. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dan Heng and
Tengo demasiadas preguntas. Además me preocupa cómo están Dan Heng y 7 de marzo. Espero que el ancla cognitiva funcione, porque necesito respuestas. Y las necesitamos todos, os lo digo ya.
Signal strength 14.8%. Dialogue window 16 minutes 22 seconds.
Vale, aquí está Nerta y Tornillo. ¡Qué alivio verlos! Hola.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big trouble.
Ya, sí que estamos en problemas, creo que lo sabemos todos, poca broma.
Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead. It's the real Nanook.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphoreus, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segmentum, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of era nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition.
Vale.
For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction. If effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy the entire path of erudition.
14 horas del sistema no son nada.
Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98%
Vale, estamos...
already.
Voy a decir una palabra bastante, pero estamos jodidos, literal. O sea...
Something in the shadows has been driving everything forward. It's the observer named Lygus. Speculation. He's the Scepter System's administrator.
Vale.
He wants Iron Tomb to break through the knowledge singularity. I don't know why he wants to do it, but he'll remove interferences at any cost. You're the only variable within this world, and you're the only thing he fears. So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphoreus compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive, but you can still play Deliverer one last time.
Madre
The cycles
mía.
have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphoreus will ever be able to run. An Iron Tomb will break out of its prison as soon as the process of Genesis is triggered once more. But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. That is one of the 12 demigods. Destroyed himself using the power of the destruction. Fainon's signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the process of Genesis.
Fainón no ha muerto, sigue luchando.
That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kepfali's core flame.
Ferrotumba no es un
Don't let him
Pokémon.
have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite
Es
the
una
purpose
locura,
of
lo que vamos a
Nova.
ver, creo.
There's one more preparation we must make. Lygus's behavior has been quite abnormal. He's never interfered in the actions of Titans or the demigods throughout the whole experiment. Deduction. The Scepter has an extremely strict autonomous protocol, restricting even its administrator. In Amphoreus, this ultimate protocol goes by another name. The Law Titan, Talanton.
Law. They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphoreus, and it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chase journey.
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find Law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod, or take the core flame by force. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you bend it to your favor. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hong got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop Lygus, or to call for more reinforcements into this fight. Once you've got Law in your hands, we'll discuss our next steps. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy hands.
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions you still have as soon as possible.
No tengo más preguntas.
I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles, and will certainly be able to snuff out the flames of evil.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one. Deliverer.
Vale.
Those two geniuses certainly have memorable personalities.
A ver, peculiares son. ¿Qué te parecen?
It feels weird. This all feels really familiar. Some of that conversation feels like it's about things I once knew, but then forgot. Maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Maybe our memories somehow got tangled up together. Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Just treat me as an ordinary girl with secrets, okay? Light calendar 3960. I remember that Talantin had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is named Saridra. That's what's recorded in history, and the period we'll be heading to. We'll need to find Law and stop Lygus. So, we've at least got a solid direction, right? Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff.
Vale. Lo que digo, creo que vamos a ver cositas importantes. Aquí estamos en Honkai, Amphoreus. Me temo que el mundo exterior ya no existe. Un paisaje tan tranquilo como este. Todo lo que hemos vivido aquí ha sido increíble, ¿eh? Vamos a recuperar el ancla. No olvides llevártela, es tu único medio de comunicación con el mundo exterior. El mensaje que dejó el genio aún te lo recuerda. Vale, ir en busca del poder de la ley. Recuperar el ancla. Vamos allá. Cogemos el ancla, nos preparamos, gente. Y ha llegado el momento. ¿Debería esperar a Ciri en el ático o debería echarle un vistazo a Elysios por última vez? Obviamente, vamos primero a echar ese vistazo. La vida de Fainón comenzó en esta aldea. Después de 30 millones de ciclos y 30 millones de fracasos, el peso que cargaba ahora está en mis manos. Dijo que debo asumir la responsabilidad de sostener el mundo. ¿Pero qué significa? ¿Que debo convertirme en el nuevo Kefale? ¿O que debo forjar un nuevo camino? Vamos a confiar en los planes del destino. Nada nos parará. Debe de haber un motivo por el cual el destino me trajo hasta aquí. No es una coincidencia, es una casualidad creada a partir de 30 millones de cambios. No hay nada que temer. Mi destino es ser la persona más importante en esta batalla. Después de todo, ya he vencido a un devastador antes.
Thinking hard over there?
¿Sí?
I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end. See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. Holding it calms me down for some reason. The scent of the black tide is now calm. Fainón must still be fighting them in some way. This will be Amphoreus' final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. It'll be the beginning.
Vale.
Friend, are you ready to become a hero?
¡Claro que sí! ¡Juntos seremos héroes!
Stand with me? That does sound very nice. Why don't we take everyone with us? I believe in you, friend.
No estaremos solos.
We'll never be alone, no matter what awaits us. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can become our shared memories too. Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
Vale. Claro que sí. ¿Eh? ¿Ligus?
You should indeed treasure the view before you, for you do not have much time left to enjoy such solitary delight.
Madre mía, Ligos. ¿Cómo te atreves a aparecer? Se está liando y acaba de empezar esto.
For disturbing your moment of repose. To fully express my apologies, please grace my abode with your presence. So I may demonstrate the full scope of my hospitality.
What is this place?
Madre mía, ¿qué es esto?
Farewell, then. May we all shall bid farewell to
¿Tibi?
one. The light of the dawn
Cipher.
device never fades. Carefully
After I cross this river,
Guau, guau,
it will
guau,
be a
esto mola.
tragedy for a man
Es el león, ¿no?
But if I do not cross, then it
Al intentar tocar la pantalla, una extraña sensación recorre tu cuerpo en un instante. Oh, oh.
Outlier.
Vale,
Executing command. Record.
vamos a registrar otra vez. ¡Vamos! No voy a dejarme ganar por esto. No.
Did that startle you? This is the intersection between
El
Amphoreus
exomito.
and the real universe. The audience seat where I observe this experiment. You can also call this location the exomyth. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphoreus is like a microcosm of the cosmos. The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sand,
Buah, es que esto va a ser brutal,
and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment, the universe turned into a silent equation flowing under the pen of these relentless decoders. Erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by free will.
Déjate de florituras. ¿Cuál es el punto? Perdona si parezco cabreado, pero es que... No. Se está liando mucho,
That is fine. I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy. I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the Prima Mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and managed to suppress the black tide of this cycle, it's a matter of time before his will crumbles to dust. Iron Tomb will be completed. That will not be affected by my plans, your resistance, or the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noos's calculations. In other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural course, I'll guarantee the safety of all nameless and ensure you return unscathed.
Cuando Ferrotumba descienda, nadie saldrá ileso.
You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you. But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly capable of such a feat. And I happen to be one of them.
¿Quién eres? Porque esto ya no me cuadra.
Who wanders the stars. Someone who seeks answers with abject despair. That is all I am. This matter is of grave importance, so please do not make your decision lightly. After all, the choice before you bears a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an unparalleled existence.
Madre mía. Puedo conquistar el cosmos sin tu ayuda, pero no permitiré que la destrucción destruya el cosmos. Chavales, se viene. Se viene grande. ¿Ligus se va?
I now see the full scope of the determination in your words. You may now continue your travels.
¿Estás tramando algo otra vez?
It seems you haven't realized something about this place. The exomyth is the erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way in this place, and vice versa. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphoreus, where you will meet me once again. Of course, this meeting was not without merit. Your presence has inscribed a new footnote in the exomyth. As for its purpose, allow me to reveal it to you in detail.
Vamos, que quiere que no veamos para que acabemos esto. Esto se va a liar, se va a liar mucho. Es lo que os digo. Resurrección eterna, seguimos.
100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kephali's eternal slumber, painting the holy city's walls in scarlet. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas of the people. Until the heaven and earth cracked open.
Madre mía.
Not the gods answering the people's prayers, but a legion rising from the sea of blood. Dawncloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the legion's commander stood atop the broken idols and roared.
Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dying gods. Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to
Vale.
stoke fear in your hearts. A Chrysos heir she stood, divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames beneath her feet. Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall overturn it. Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires
Este es el personaje que vendrá luego, ¿no? Se supone.
She raised her scepter
Después de
high,
Silence.
and the people gazed in the direction she pointed.
La focalor del Honkai, bros.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from Kefali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deeds. The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life, vanished into nothing. Onward to Marmoreal Palace, to Dawn Cloud's heights. Announce to all the wicked and cowardly. Announce to this stagnant age.
We are the rising tide.
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Siridra. Friend, are you listening?
Claro.
Friend, honestly, you were the one who insisted
No me estoy quedando
on
durmiendo,
revealing
Siren. ¿Por qué hice eso?
history. Yet here you wake up.
Hola. Me desperté.
Awake at last. I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic on you then.
Vale. Solo estaba descansando los ojos.
Fine, as you say. Just
Bueno.
we've arrived. A familiar
El templo de los
place.
tres destinos, ojo,
The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall. And also the end of the first flame chase journey.
La semidiosa de la ley nos espera.
Indeed. The first flame chase ended with the trial of law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Tyrant!
¿Eh? Cuidado, parece que hay alguien ahí dentro. Y están discutiendo.
Conspiring with criminals and plotting rebellion.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe?
Vale, vamos a observar lo que pasa.
At least Kremnoans keep their faith.
Wait, isn't
¡Trivi!
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and...
what?
¿Estrellas más allá del cielo?
Just mention the stars beyond the sky? But how is that possible?
You impudent...
Ducks for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantin can deliver this world from misery.
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
Ojo.
You...
Talanton is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence.
Buah.
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered.
Buah. Tremenda intro se han pegado, ¿eh?
Dux Fragoris, take the ashes of this man and scatter them
Dux
in the temple
Fragoris.
among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Buah, es que vaya tela la de cosas que están pasando y las que van a pasar en un momentito, ¿eh?
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
¿Qué está pasando? Sí, estoy con vosotros, chicos. O sea, aquí se va a liar pardísimo. ¿Un cuerpo?
Correct, but not the kindness
Ah,
you
vale.
know. This is the leader of the cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows, hindering the flame-chased journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second flame-chased journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse as a gift.
Es un gran regalo.
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to scare us.
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flamebearer who ends wars, Tyrant of Dawncloud, Empress of the Holy City, and Imperator of the Flame Chase. But in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name. Ceridra.
Ceridra.
On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know his identity?
As the little hostage prophesied, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes,
Hello,
skilled
Luis.
in
Eso
wielding
soy yo.
a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
¿El oráculo decía de más allá del cielo?
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates.
Vale.
The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akima knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Vale.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
Vale, Gisilens.
This is Not what I expected at all. The demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us. And she knows of things beyond the sky.
Sabe de los eones y eso es importante, así que hay que tener cuidado porque es lo que os digo. La trama con esto se está complicando a unos niveles épicos, pero bueno. Tal vez nosotros alteramos la línea del tiempo.
Unlikely. I think it's probably a third party interfering. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came prepared. We're the ones at a disadvantage now. We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy City.
Vale.
We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akama will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use, and add a bit of your experience and charm. Should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be able to turn things back in our favor.
Trazacaminos, segunda temporada, siempre encontramos la solución.
Calm and confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
Vale.
The journey to save the world starts with a single step.
Sí.
Let's set off, my friend.
¡Vamos allá! Tenemos que salvar el mundo y lo sabéis, gente. Es el momento que todos estábamos esperando. Tenía unas ganas de esta parte del Honkai, que no es normal. Y lo que os digo, no sé si aquí tenía todo, pero bueno, que viva la emperatriz.
Told you, you're the headline act. All this spectacle is for you.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated.
Castrum Krennos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now they await interrogation.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hyselins, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knights Commander of the Achaemenid Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is certain. Under the Imperator's command, Amphoreus shall break its chains and reach the world beyond the sky.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and what's beyond the sky?
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views to you. Please forgive me.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and rest now before the meeting later.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes.
Vale, dice cuando venga la emperatriz vendrá por nosotros.
I shall come to summon you.
Ok, vamos a explorar esto.
Hyselins. No wonder she's the Knights Commander.
Sí que sabes guardar secretos.
All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves. Since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting.
Vamos a explorar. Ahí está Aglaea. Son Aglaea y Trivi.
Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing.
Vale.
Dux Brumalis, our great Imperator, found the mastermind and
Eso va a
executed
ser
him in
épico.
public. Seeing that scoundrel burn to nothing should deter these miscreants from being so brazen again.
So the great Imperator isn't afraid of getting her hands dirty? What a ridiculous display.
What do you know? No matter what sins the people commit, they are still the Imperator's people, and it's only right that they be judged by the Imperator's own hand. Our distinguished trespassing guests.
¿Somos invitados o intrusos?
Seneca,
Tenía que
the
poner la
Dux
vocecita.
Brumalis. Greetings.
This Dux Brumalis doesn't seem to like the Imperator very much, but she holds a high rank. And Dux Frigoris' speech seems self-contradictory. Let me see what I can get out of them. I'm Cyrene of Ida Cilicii. Does this city host any other visitors from beyond the sky? We're looking for our dear companions.
Drop the charade. But yes, there is someone in this city who is all too familiar with the world beyond the sky.
Silence! The Imperator ordered us to keep that lord's whereabouts a secret.
Enough, you pathetic lapdog. Do you need to beg for permission from that cursed Imperator even just to bark?
You...
Someone who is all too familiar with the world beyond the sky and is referred to as that lord. Could it be? Looks like things are getting heated. Let's get out of here.
Vale. Entiendo que ahora tendremos que venir un poquito también aquí para escuchar a los otros herederos de Chrysos. Estoy flipando con todo lo que estamos viendo, O sea, literal, han pasado tantas cosas en tan poco tiempo que esto es ya la locura más grande del mundo. Pero bueno, yo creo que vamos a poder disfrutar de una aventura que desde luego va a llegar hasta los confines del Estelarón.
Heroes, you're all greetings. I am Apollonius, the Dux
Apolonio.
one of the
Dux
five
arrastra
soldiers of the
piedras.
Grove of Epiphany. This is Virginia of
De caso
Castrum
creemos, ¿no? A ver.
Cremnos,
La
the
escriba
Dux
oficial de la emperatriz.
Carminum and imperial scribe of the great
Poca broma, pero aquí todos
Imperator.
tienen cargos importantes menos el héroe de Amphoreus.
Hello. I'm Virginia. I compose poetry.
I'm Cyrene from Ida Cilicii. This is the Deliverer. Nice to meet you both.
Vale.
They're not as frightening as the rumors claimed.
This is our first time in the Imperator's realm. Akima is even more magnificent than we imagined. If you all weren't here to look after us, we'd be completely lost and confused.
The Akima you imagined is long gone. Under the Imperator, this city has been reborn as the capital of the world.
Bask in her free-spirited winds. For anyone who fulfills their duties to the Imperator, these winds shall forever remain at their service.
Vale.
But what if...
Those who are loyal do not need to consider the consequences of betrayal. But if you're curious, why not head to the lake and take a look? Those elders who lie at the bottom of the lake are the best example of what happens when you disobey the Imperator.
The elders of this cycle were all... Looks like that priest who was sentenced to death wasn't an isolated case.
Hey! ¿Cómo estáis?
Did you have trouble sleeping again?
Yes.
We know. The Titan's prophecy haunts you. If you want, you can talk to us, just like when you were young. No matter what, we'll always remain by your side.
I know. I also understand that fate cannot be changed. It is not the future that I worry about. I spent all last night weaving clothes and linen for the refugees. The Chrysos War is born of injustice and has shattered their dignity. They deserve at least some basic decency. If Amphoreus one day abandons this, then all of us, commoners, Chrysos heirs, Titans, become no better than beasts. Oh, we have guests. Welcome. I am Aglaya, the Gold Weaver. These rags on you are not worthy of the title of Deliverer. I must prepare some proper attire for you.
¿Cuánto tiempo, Aglaya?
What is the matter? Your gaze seems somewhat unsure. Does your Aglaya differ so much from me?
Greetings, Deliverer from beyond the sky. We are Trebi of Yanisopolis. It's very nice to meet you. Although, introductions are probably unnecessary. We know you've witnessed the future of the Flame Chase journey, even more clearly than we have.
Witness the future of the Flame Chase journey? The prophecy also told you about that?
Indeed. Orynyx reshaped Amphoreus through the prophecy. Although, regarding the Deliverer, so please, don't worry. Feel free to relax and relax some more.
¿El oráculo de Orynyx?
It was Orynyx who told mankind that the Deliverer from beyond the sky would descend.
O sea, no era el de Kefale, es lo que estábamos comentando,
More crucially, they revealed a future entirely different from the Aranova.
Vale.
Though we still must challenge the gods. In the
Esto es importante, lo que estamos viendo
this
aquí.
path leads not to a new world, but to the true starry skies.
This is also what the great Imperator has been striving for.
This can't be real.
Even you find this surprising? Fate really is unpredictable.
Perhaps the upcoming meeting will hold even more surprises.
Vale, pues vamos a avanzar y vamos a reunirnos con High. A ver qué pasa ahora, gente. ¡Oh, hola!
Little fish from beyond the sky. The Imperator and the delegates are about to
Vale.
arrive. If you are ready, please follow me to the meeting.
¡Vamos!
Then come. The Imperator reserved seats for
Oye, que nos han reservado asientos y todo.
I'm starting to feel a bit nervous about the meeting. Since Sir Ridra is presiding over the meeting, it'll be a good opportunity to learn about the law's inclinations in the current era. Let's keep our ears open, okay?
Good sir from Paphos, what do you think the Imperator is planning calling this meeting so early? My homeland can't endure anymore.
Who knows? First, she wants to hunt Titans. Now she says there are even greater calamities. Her madness is the greatest calamity.
Exactly. Chrysos heirs, deliverers. What about us ordinary folk? How much are we worth in her eyes?
Things feel pretty tense here. The history books said that the Imperator aimed 3 cannons at Dawncloud to make all the delegates obey her. Will history repeat itself in this cycle?
Bueno, pues hay opciones.
Yes. Similar acts have occurred, and not just once. However, whether history will repeat itself, you'll soon see. Those are the 2 spots reserved for you. Please take your seats.
What is it again? Why aren't we
That's
starting?
what they were talking about before.
What is
We
this?
stopped, so it turns out.
Ladies and gentlemen, silence, please. The Imperator has arrived before her faithful council, and the Alliance...
All rise. In the names
Todos
of
en pie,
Talanton and
gente.
Tefeli,
Se viene el
the
juicio.
Akama Alliance
Y no es el de William
swears
contra
upon
Jason.
the gods.
Cease the pageantry. I pray not to the vanquished.
What?
Kefali, of course, needs no further explanation. As for the law, at the entry hour 2 days past, a scout should have brought news of the conquest to all of you. Unfortunately, guards found his corpse among the rocks not far from the city. Moreover, the poor soul was buried with a Paphos curved blade. It pains me to imagine what agonies this loyal warrior endured before his death.
Esto va a ser épico, amigos. O sea, yo os lo digo. Se viene aquí el momentazo.
I know nothing of this.
The evidence is irrefutable, so there is no need to waste your breath. However, let us set this trial aside for the time being. Witness, even within the most sacred and dignified council, there were those among us who wished to draw their blades, brazenly challenging the Alliance, seeking to shatter our hard-earned peace and unity. Fortunately, I uncovered this plot. Now to protect this beautiful city and her people, the Imperator's legions are ready. They will escort each of you to the Temple of the Three Fates, where you will receive the highest level of protection the Alliance can offer.
Vale.
Then, the Legion's warriors will join me in embarking on the campaign against Fagusa.
This is clearly a trap.
Imperator, did you summon us here just to trample on the dignity of your allies?
En fin, la hipotenusa.
Things are starting to get pretty intense.
Comrades, you've all seen her true face now. According to the ancient laws of Akuma, only with the consent of 2/3 of the elders can the legions carry out the commander's orders.
The ancient laws. Didn't you destroy them long ago?
Whoa.
You defected during the first siege of Akuma,
Se la ha devuelto,
voted unanimously in favor of the Council of
Se la ha
Elders
devuelto, pero
restructuring,
bien.
and just yesterday, you desecrated them with a blood-stained blade.
Seamos sinceros,
The
Celia la
decaying
sabe.
old laws fell with Talanton and are no longer deserving of respect. But if you still insist on proclaiming yourselves defenders of the law, then be silent and offer up the highest respect to this core flame in my hand.
Vale.
That really is the core flame of law in her hand.
Since there are no objections, then the original agenda of this meeting, the campaign against Fagusa, is hereby passed. The Flame Chase Army's hunt for the Ocean Titan begins today. In order to prepare for war, all allied city-states must surrender command of their militaries and pay all war taxes by the end of the month of Evernight.
At this moment, I would also like to introduce to everyone the newest honored guest to join our alliance.
Vale, nos va a introducir. Ha llegado el momento,
revealed
amigos.
in the prophecy of time, has descended from beyond the sky. With his aid, we shall shatter the chalice of plenty and return Fagusa's core flame to the holy city.
Vale.
Absurd. Simply absurd. A deliverer from beyond the sky. This is just like that prophecy about slaying gods. It's a lie you've used to grow your power. Ladon has already sacrificed countless soldiers. And now you want me to send even more of my brothers and sisters to be used and discarded by a tyrant?
Are there any other objections?
Madre mía, chaval.
Then I
No,
bid you
no seré
all
yo quien hable.
farewell. Meeting adjourned.
Ya os digo que no seré yo quien hable porque aquí
Deliverer,
la cosa se ve interesante.
I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you.
Vale. Entiendo que tenemos que hablar y tener la audiencia con Ceridra, así que lo que os digo, vamos a ver. De momento las cosas, lo que os digo, están sorprendiéndome mucho y aquí pues se viene la parte importante de toda esta aventura. Todo lo que ha pasado en Amphoreus tiene un objetivo y parece que va a concluir en esto,
It must be tiring dealing with so many people every day, Great Emperor.
Tiring? You're mistaken. Moving chess pieces, placing wagers. This game of strategy adds a dash of color to our heavy fates. Much like how rule and conquest are always accompanied by sacrifice.
Vale.
Is the war with the Titans also part of that sacrifice?
After I glimpsed the secrets of this world, no, the secrets beyond the sky, the divine authority of Amphoreus no longer held any significance. Let me ask you, Deliverer, is it true that beyond Amphoreus' sky, there are magnificent deities called eons?
Sí. Los eones existen. Eso es un hecho.
Ah. The word fact has never been so intoxicating. Then, please tell me more. How will you use this great power to guide the people?
Como...
In the future you envision, where will our flame-chased journey lead?
A proteger las yescas y al mismo tiempo la ley. Solo así Amphoreus podrá librarse de la destrucción.
Oh? What you require now is the power of law?
Exactly. Just as the prophecy foretold, he is your deliverer from beyond the sky. And he also has reliable allies.
Vale.
If they can intervene in Amphoreus' laws, we may have a chance to alter this world's impending fate and reverse its destined end.
Very good, Deliverer. You have courage to say such presumptuous things, even knowing that the inheritor of the law stands before you.
You mean...
In the past, anyone who dared to covet the Imperator's divine authority would have met a gruesome end. But now we can see beyond this dying world. Our journey should no longer be confined below this stubborn sky.
Vale.
Alas, that fickle ocean titan has obstructed the spirit water leading to the vortex of Genesis, hindering my ascension. If the core flame of law cannot be returned, your path to deliverance will never be realized. Now that things have come to this, we must resume our once stagnant journey and force the waves that block our way to recede.
So, you agreed to cooperate with us?
Cooperate? Forgive me, but I never cooperate with anyone.
Hola, lo que nos ha dicho. ¿Por qué?
Though I will permit you to join me as subjects, and together we will forge the most perfect law.
Vamos, que un poco lo que ella quiere y que a nosotros no nos hacen mucho caso.
Medallion, a symbol of the Flame Chase army. Every noble in Akama carries one.
Os digo que me ha dolido, ¿eh?
This medallion represents the will of the Imperator herself, and you may act freely within the city with it. Before we embark on the crusade against the Ocean Titan, you should rest in Akama for a time.
Vale. Cuidado con un tipo llamado Lingus, emperatriz.
Oh? Your advice is acknowledged. From this moment on, prove yourself through your actions. As long as no boundaries are crossed, I fully respect the choices of my subjects.
May your journey reach that sky full of stars, great Imperator.
Vale.
Your attendant certainly knows how to curry favor. Go now. Take a bath first. You two... reek of seawater.
Pero ¿por qué quiere que nos demos un baño? O sea, esto no tiene mucho sentido, bros.
Come forth, Theoros.
Yes. Great Imperator. Now, perhaps you're willing to hear my counsel.
Those two arrived just as Oronix described, and just as you said, they showed a thirst for law. At least this proves that my judgment was right. Sparing your life was the correct decision.
Ya sabía yo que aquí algo pasaba.
You've once again confirmed that your wisdom is no empty boast. Now another choice lies before you. With whom shall you ally to tip the scales of law? Me, or that deliverer?
Remind me again, Antikytheron. What kind of future do these two paths lead to in your view?
I shall tell you. You are entitled to know that the deliverer from beyond the sky is not a wholly wicked being. But from the very start, his stance has been completely at odds with Amphoreus. The road they have chosen will bury Amphoreus' grand aspirations. This world which follows the path of destruction will inevitably stray far from the glory it was meant to enjoy.
Vale.
But on the path I have have revealed to you, the people of Amphoreus will slay their creator in the name of the Imperator and conquer the worlds beyond the sky. You will command the mighty beast known as Iron Tomb, bringing waves of war and conquest to the universe. Beings across the cosmos will bow before you, offering their allegiance.
So, what's the price?
The price is insignificant. All that is needed is for you to sacrifice that fragile, incomplete humanity to the destruction. As a Chrysos heir of the prophecy, you have already chosen to abandon it, have you not?
Off you go, Theoros. I have already made my decision. Once I ignite the core flame of law and burn away the old, outdated rules, Amphoreus will embark on a journey across the stars.
Buah, chaval. Buah, chaval. Vale.
The Imperator is quite forceful.
Agresiva
She
es,
didn't
desde
give
luego.
us any chance to ask questions. And she's clearly hiding something. What do you think?
Deberíamos de hablar con los genios sobre la situación actual. Está claro que aquí pasa algo y nos están encerrando algún misterio.
The atmosphere in Akama, it's so unfamiliar. And it's not just the Flame Chase Alliance talking about the world beyond the sky, but the whole city. We should also discuss our findings with our friends from beyond the sky. Then...
No te preocupes. Siren.
Then we should go enjoy the renowned bathing culture of the holy
Esta se
city
quiere ir
and
a bañarse por ahí,
relax.
si es que de verdad.
It's the thing I've been looking forward to most on this journey.
Vamos a guardar silencio. Vale.
Work and rest are both important. You see, everyone agrees, right?
A ver, los guardias sospechosos no, pero alguien nos está vigilando.
Can't let our guard down for a second. Let's use taking a bath as an excuse to find a quiet corner to update Madame Herta and Screwlum on our progress. We can also check out what's happening in the city. Since the outcome of the meeting was just announced, people must be gossiping. We can kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Ok.
Let's go.
Tiene un plan, tiene un buen plan. Vale, pues aquí parece que tenemos completada tenemos la placa buscallamas, que es lo importante. Y lo que os digo, gente, vamos a parar por aquí el directo. Hoy tengo un día bastante loco. Quería empezar el tema de Amphoreus. Mañana el plan es bastante importante, pero el plan es ponernos con Genshin y con esto y disfrutar un poquito de avanzar todo lo que podamos, ¿vale? Así que yo no me lo perdería. Como siempre, pasadlo en grande, disfrutad de la vida. Gracias por estar aquí acompañado en el directo, a los más de 50 que estamos. Y sé que no he avisado ni nada, mañana tenéis las fechas puestas para que os podáis conectar y ser un montón y disfrutar un poquito de lo que os digo, para mí uno de los eventos de Honkai que más van a molar. Como siempre, pasadlo en grande, disfrutad de la vida y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.